Hi, welcome to lesson one in this four-part series. This week's mini coaching session is going to focus on habit development, and I'm going to introduce to you a tracker or a journal that I use with myself and with clients to help articulate and kind of track the consistency of the small behaviors we need to take every week to achieve our goals. So, what you'll need for this is some goals, and if you want to pick a couple goals that you have that are maybe you're feeling a little bit of resistance to, like, I don't know, you want to go out and run 5 miles, you want to eat protein, or you want to reduce carbs, you want to do something, drink more water, anything like that that you feel it's just kind of this health goal that you feel is really important and that will bring value to your life, but you struggle with. And so what we're going to do is take that goal. All right, I'm going to use one for myself. I'll use my fitness goal. So I want to do strength training and I want to do HIIT training every day for an hour at least. So that's 2 hours of working out. So that involves a lot of stuff. That involves getting dressed. That involves having the programming. That involves the time. So booking the time out. And it involves warming up and then working out. I feel like that will bring some value to my life and make me feel good. So that's my goal. Now, understanding how we're going to use this tracker, the tracker is going to it's going to track those parts of the main goal. So, for example, with my fitness goal of 2 hours of strength and HIIT training, I'm going to pick one of the fundamental parts of doing that to put on the tracker to consistently do every day. Another one of my goals is to eat more vegetables. I think fiber is really important, and I think vegetables are really important to keep you full, and they're really healthy, good for your heart. So I want to eat more vegetables every day. It's a struggle. I mean, I eat 4 or 5 servings of vegetables a day, but I'm not thrilled about it. And so I think for me, like one thing that really helps me when I think about eating vegetables, sometimes the resistance I feel to eating them is the fact that they're just so much. There's so much of them. So I am going to identify that that's what I'm feeling about the vegetable eating goal. And I'm going to think about different options I have for eating the vegetables. And I have decided that one thing I'm going to do is I have a protein smoothie every day. I'm just going to throw 3 cups of spinach into it. So there's a serving of vegetables done. I can drink. Does it taste like vegetables? It doesn't take up much space. And I've got my vegetables in. So another goal I have is eating protein at every meal. I don't eat a lot of meals during the day, so it's harder for me to get a ton of protein in. And so I do find it beneficial for me as one of my habit trackers towards the big goal is to drink a couple protein shakes a day. So I like to have as much unprocessed food as possible. So one of my shakes comes from fruit and yogurt, and then the other one is a protein powder with my veggies. So those are my goals, and I've identified some of the habits. I kind of feel where the resistance is to them, and I have a strategy. So now I'm ready to get organized and track it. So one thing I really recommend is using visual trackers, visual reminders of your goal. So I'm going to share a journal with you. It's a habit consistency tracker. You can make one of these yourself, or if you email me, I can send you a blank one, but you will want to put it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. So if you have like in your bedroom, if you have like a desk with a board, if you can put it on your fridge, if you can tape it to your bathroom mirror, anywhere you're going to see that to remind you and you're going to track it, that's going to be another added benefit of using this tracker. So let me share my screen here. All right, so here's the habit consistency worksheet, and here is how it works. So I put my habits that I want to do in the habit section. So here's my green shake, my yogurt and berry shake. So that takes care of, those are 2 behaviors I can do that take care of my vegetable goal and my protein goal. I have 30 minutes of exercise in there because I feel a high amount of resistance to doing 2 hours straight, but almost no resistance to doing 30 minutes. So 30 minutes is where it's at, because once I do that low resistance activity, it's once I'm there and I've already exercised for 30 minutes, it's not a big deal to add another 90. So that's what I'm doing for that. And then the make the bed daily, this is a discipline habit that I do every day, and it's extremely beneficial to kind of make your bed, get started in the day. And then with my water goal, so my water goal is 3 liters a day. And I have some I don't know, kind of resistance to that 3rd liter, but I can get into really easy. So 2 liters a day is something that's just challenging and enough for me to do that I have to focus on. But also once I've done with the 2, I feel really great and motivated to get that 3rd liter in. And so that's kind of the key with these. These are parts. These are small steps and parts of a much larger goal that's hard to just knock the goal out. But when you get these little wins and you've done these little goals, they're related to that, and they just give you this boost to kind of push towards the next big thing or the next goal. So here's how you use the tracker. You have your habits here, and here are the habits along the top. So habits 1 through 5. And every day you do the habit, you put an X. If you don't do the habit, you put a 0. And then at the end of the week, you calculate how many habits total you did, and then your percentage of consistency. So you will take a look at each habit individually to see how consistently you did it. And then overall, what is your consistency percentage? And this is an exercise to raise your awareness about your behaviors. One big deal with achieving goals is sort of a value and behavioral alignment. And raising awareness of what we do every day is a big part of achieving our goals. So use this consistency worksheet to try and see what your baseline is on your goals and on your behaviors. And I'm wondering if you kind of have in mind a consistency percentage target. Most people do. If you're thinking 100%, we'll talk next week. We'll talk about perfectionism and how 100% all or nothing mindset isn't really a winning mindset. But as far as consistency percentage, if you wanted to target 80%, you would probably see some really good results with that. And so what you want to do is you want to keep the habits consistent through, until you hit 80%. Basically, if you have a habit or two where you're just knocking it out, it's like 100% every week. You may take that goal and it's large. They take the habit and its larger goal and maybe pick another layer of behavior that goes with that goal, like the next step up, and put that in the tracker and train that habit until it gets to 80% or 100%. And then you just keep leveling up every single, well, not every single week, but basically as you knock out the habits and you are producing consistency at a high degree. But 80% consistency will get you really good results. And so that's kind of like the baseline target where you would want to start with. Okay, so that is the consistency tracker. That's our habit for this week. So raise some awareness throughout the next week of what your goals are, your habits. If you have a goal and you don't really know how to break it down into its parts, reach out and I can coach you through that, give you some tips on what might be the parts. I'll give you some tips on like fitness goals. So when it comes to running, working out, in order to do that, you need a few things. And people tend to have more resistance when it comes to the planning part of working out than when it comes to some of the sort of fundamentals, like getting your workout clothes together, setting them out, getting a playlist ready to listen to, putting your sneakers on, getting all that stuff done. So those make really great small goals. The biggest goal is kind of like, well, if you want to run, how far will I run? Where will I run? Where do I start? So if you're feeling the resistance to the programming, grab some, you can find resources for programming online. You can message me too, but getting something like that set is sometimes reducing the resistance you feel to achieving the goal. And then also, like when we're looking at like nutritional goals, when you take a look at nutritional goals and achieving them, big thing here, look at your environment, take a look at what's around you, what's in the house. If it's in your house, you're going to eat it. Um, that's just a fact. So if it's in your house, you're gonna eat it. So if you have a goal to not eat something, go buy it or get rid of it. Also, like a clean countertops, really big goal. So like maybe you have a goal and you're like, oh, I don't want to, I don't know what, like I don't want to put sugar in my coffee this week. All right, take the sugar off the counter, put it in the cupboard, out of sight, and try that for a week. Try to manipulate or maneuver your environment with these types of small habits to kind of reach that big goal. Okay, so work on this for a week, and then next week we're going to look at our mindset habit, our mental performance habit, and I will see you back here then. Bye.